Hello, you. Welcome to Geekism. Welcome to this fine Day morning. I was genuinely going to say the day of the week then, and I can't remember what it is. What day of the week are we on? Wednesday? Wednesday. How are you, folks? Glad you're joining me today. How have you been? Been pretty good, Lauren. Thank you. I've had a couple of days with some family time. It was a long weekend here in Canada. It was Labor Day, so we basically sorted the house out. It's usually end up doing, right? For these bank holiday weekends, these long weekends they call them here. You have all the best intentions to do some awesome stuff, and then it rains all day, which is what it's done here. We're very much into fall now, I think, very much into autumn. Weather's miserable. So we sorted the basement out. How exciting. Haven't caught a live one in the while. Great to see you. Thank you, Kayak. How's it going? Hope you're well. Good to see you streaming. Thank you, Hannah. Hi, Clara. Good morning, Simply Savannah. I hope you are well. Right. Excuse me. Right. Exciting time, Johnson. It sure is. Good to see this one. Thank you, Matthew. Completely missed where the hole in the coffee was. So I've been and dropped Xander off at daycare. So again, for those who don't know, plan is now to stream when Xander's at daycare. So it's going to be around this time. Basically, as soon as I get home from dropping him off, we're getting back. Good afternoon. Hi, Elizabeth. Hope you're well. One of our awesome patrons there, Elizabeth. Awesome YouTuber in her own right. Does very different stuff to me, but absolutely kills it. Has a great little community. What are we doing today? Today we're going to carry on working on the koala habitat that we worked on last time. So I had got plans to do the kangaroo habitat as a video. I'm just not feeling it right now. So we're just going to be live streaming Planet Zoo for a little while. I hope that's okay. I know a lot of you still want Planet Zoo content, and that's fine. And I really don't mind live streaming it. I quite enjoyed the process actually of live streaming it, but just not really creatively feeling the sort of long form content with it right now. So I'll technically my lunch break finishes in 5 minutes. I'll keep YouTube hidden behind work. Nice. Currently sat here with Geekism mug full of tea, watching the stream while I work. Sounds like a good day to me. Sounds like a fantastic day. Yeah. So here's what we did last live stream. We started working on whatever this will become for koalas. Then here's what I was going to use as an episode, and I'm like, forget it, we'll scratch it. So this isn't finished yet, very much a work in progress. So the idea behind this, I'll show you because it looks a little bit random. There is a beach. Let's find it. Remember the name of the beach now. There is a beach with loads of sticky up rocks. And I should have wrote down what it was called. Can anyone in chat help me out? Do you want Mash Dingo? I haven't yet. I will. Mast is pretty much the only Planet Zoo content creator I still watch, but I've got a couple to catch up on him, I think. I watched his koalas, and I really enjoyed that. And I think I've got a couple more to catch up on. Did you ever land on a name for this zoo? No. It's just Zoo. Come on. What's the name of it? Australian beaches. Let's have a look. This is just going to show us like the kind of beaches you can sunbathe on and stuff, right? And it isn't one of those. It's the sort of thing you're going to go and see and want to look at. Oh, it's going to really bug me. I can't believe I didn't write down what it was called. No, that's not it. It's basically a beach. It just looks just like this. It's just got random sticking up rocks. And I was like, oh, that's different. I'll do that. Because I assumed everyone was going to... I assumed somebody would do, like, the Sydney Opera House. I'm assuming somebody's done Uluru. You know, so I didn't want to sort of... I thought I'd try and find something a little bit more random. The 12 Apostles? That doesn't ring a bell, but I'll have a look. I think 12 Apostles are the big rocks, right? Yeah, no, it's not the 12 Apostles, as awesome as they are. No, these are like, they literally stick out of the beach like this. They're much smaller scale, and they're all along the beach. The 12 Apostles are like the big sort of standing monuments of land, right? They look incredible. But no, I can't. Oh, it's going to really bug me. Anyway, there is a beach. Found it recently. Might be in your recent history. I don't even know if like that sort of stuff is stored here because of all the muck that I look at. No, it wasn't that recently. No, it's not in my. Let's try history page. The problem is it's just thousands and thousands of YouTube back. You know, like the back of YouTube, video analytics, video analytics, video analytics. Because I'm flicking between channels all the time. Let's search for Australia within history. How many beaches? That was all today. Koala Cove, Australian DLC. That was Mass Bandit. 11 indigenous Australian sites and landmarks. I think it might be that one. Let's have a look. So Uluru. The Kimberley. There we go. Langi Bay in the Kimberley. Let's see if we can get some photos of that then. Langi Bay. Okay, here we go. Right, so this is... It's got there in the end, hey? There we go. Kimberley's a huge region. Yeah, sorry, specifically Langi Bay, where these are, yeah. There we go. Pinnacle is north of Perth in West Australia. Yeah, Kimberley's a huge region. Yeah, so yes, Langi Bay specifically. And it's all these rocks... and they all stick up out the ground. And the photo I looked at, actually, they were a little bit more spread out, so we've kind of gone for that here. But that was the idea I was trying to get. There we go. Thinking I thought it was meerkats. Oh, how good would meerkats be all spiking up? So yeah, that's the plan. I've got to figure out how to sort of fill in this area, and also we need some like indoor space. But eventually that's going to be kangaroos. But today we're working on koalas. Pathwise, joined it all up, a bit ropey, but again, all of this will probably end up being rock work, and all the water will tie in and look nice, you know. So yeah. So anyway, here's where we're working today. We're going to carry on working on some koala space. So I think here I'm just going to rock work this because the difficulty of carrying this down is going to be too much, I think. So we're going to probably rock work this in. These areas though, these will probably need filling in and at least sort of squaring off a little. So if we can take you and neaten you up, yeah, I think that's probably the way to go. There we go. So how are we doing, folks? Anyway, we had a good week. What have we been up to? I see the UK are having to rein in some of their lockdown measures. I don't quite understand what it means, but it looks like you can't be in groups, but groups can be in places, but the groups can only be so big or something. I don't know. It seems a little. Obviously, we only get sort of snippets of news here in Canada, from the UK. So you know, we only get the littlest bit of stories. Can't understand the limited grouping when people are back to school, work, encouraged to eat out, etc. So everything's still open, basically. You just can't have big groups. Hi, Fitzy. I hope you're well. Is that basically what it is? Everything's open. You can still go to the pub full of people, but only meet with 6 people in total. Right. So you can have 6 people at a distanced table. Is that what it's saying? Yeah. No more than 6 people unless you're in work and school. Right. So it seems like a half measure then, basically. That's it being adhered to. Well, I mean, is everything else adhered to there? I don't know. How are people wearing masks and stuff? Like here, it's pretty good. I saw one guy in the supermarket with no mask on the other week, and he was like an old guy. Maybe, you know, might have some like breathing issues or something, or maybe just like he's just old and just doesn't give a fuck. I don't know. But other than that, like everyone here wears masks all day, every day when they're out, you know. No more than 6 people has been the guidance for a while, but now they can fine you, right? Because our daily cases go up to 300 a day in July. Got down to 300 a day in July, but now it's up to nearly 3,000. Wow, well, what do they expect when we're opening up? So that's interesting, you see, Tigger Skin Unicorn, because here in Ontario, we've opened up. Pretty much now everything's open, within reason. There's a few things not open, like Canada's Wonderland, the theme park, has never opened. But, you know, stores, restaurants, everything's opened. And we're only seeing... well, they're calling it a spike here, and the spike is 100 cases a day. So, and we haven't had a death here in London since May, sorry, I think. So, hey, long time to see. Hi, Finn. Hope you're well. The only wear a mask in public transport. It's interesting. Been a second lockdown since July. Only get takeaway from places now. No more sitting in. To be fair, no one is listening. My neighbours are loving fellow and have parties. Yeah. Yeah, people... Trim's going back. It's been cut. This has been cut since. This is... I think I've shaved my head twice since that first time. I mean, I've never gone back down to like skinhead, but yeah, I'm tempted to cut this again. I much prefer it short. Nicola doesn't like it, but it's so much easier to deal with. We've had a spike of over 100 cases in my town over the last 3 weeks. Wow. Like I said, the whole of Ontario is having about 100 a day. And they're considering that being bad, and kids go back to school this week as well. So there's going to be, you know, big changes. I think I can see us getting rolled back to like a stage 2 lockdown. Pretty. I mean, you could probably put money on that, and I'd be okay with that. I think that's needed. I suppose the thing is, people are saying, "Oh, well, what's the point in limiting numbers of parties and stuff if kids are in school?" I think what you have to think about it is it's not an all or nothing plan. It's let's limit the numbers of parties so that kids can go to school. I suppose that's kind of like the logic behind it, right? Does that make sense? It's like, well, you know, why can't we? Like, because a friend of mine owns a little theatre. A friend of mine has a little like a theatre at the back of a bar where he puts on like magic shows and comedy nights and stuff. And obviously he's been able to open for like 2 weeks and now has to close again. And it's heartbreaking for him. But and he's like, well, you know, I've got to shut again, but all the kids are going back to school. I'm like, well, I think it's because that, like, it's a mitigated risk, right? We gain a lot as a society by kids going back to school. So let's sort of shut down some of the superfluous stuff so as that we can send kids back to school. Does that make sense? And I'm not saying that entertainment and other forms are superfluous. I mean, I worked in the industry for 10 years, but from the grand scheme of things, we're going to benefit a lot more from kids being in school than we are from you know, stand-up comedy nights being on. You know, I kind of think that's probably the logic behind it. Whether that's right or fair, and you know, I feel sorry for whoever the person is who has to kind of put a sort of numerical value onto people's livelihoods. You know. Just need something in place to ensure that people who can't trade are still being financially looked at. Exactly. That's the thing, right? That's the big thing, and that's where a lot of my sort of magician friends have really struggled, because there's, you know, it's very difficult for them to be able to claim any sort of any form of the benefits that they've put into place because of usually how they do their books or whatever, you know. It's the same here. I mean, I haven't had to, but I wouldn't have been able to claim any of the business relief here because I just act as a sole trader, and my money goes through just a regular bank account, you know, and you needed a business bank account to claim business relief. Now I could have claimed the SIB, I think it was called, the Canadian something, I don't know. There was like, they basically, what they did here basically was say everyone can have $2,000 a month, $2,000 a month. If you want it, you can take it. If you feel like you need it, you can take it. Now, at the end of all of this, they're gonna look and see whether you actually should have took it, you know, when you come to like file taxes and stuff. And if it turns out that you are still working but took the money, then you're gonna owe it back through taxes. But to get it out there to people quickly, there was no, or there was very little sort of checks and balances. You want this $2,000 a month, take it. We'll sort out whether or not you should have had it afterwards, you know. And I think that's a really good way of doing it, because it meant that people got money quick and early, and still now, if they want it, they can. I'm pretty sure it's still claimable now, you know. Now, how much that's gonna sort of put the country in a hole financially afterwards, I don't know, but yeah, that's kind of how it sits in a minute. Hey, Poppy, do you want to come and say hi? People haven't seen you for a little while. Let's move you over to this screen. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Oh, let's turn this camera down so people can see you. Hey, let's just turn this camera down so people can see the puppy. Oh, all right. All right. Oh, can you say hi to everyone? Hey, can you say hi? Oh, I know. You don't know, do you? But there are lots of people looking at you. There are lots of people looking at you. Oh, oh, I know. Oh, I know. Oh, oh. She got so big, I know. She's a big girl now, aren't you? Oh, I know. Oh, she's a puppy. She's still at my puppa though, isn't she? Oh. 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 Alright, then you go. Oh. How's your bone? How's your bone? Oh. Oh. Alright, okay. 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 Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, I know. Oh. Okay, then you guys. Oh. Good girl. Gosh, you're a bit fluffy, kiddo. You're a bit of a fluffer. Yes, she's a girl. She's a girl and she's a German Shepherd. Yeah. I thought I was asking. Her name's Indiana. We call her Indy for short. Oh, she's a good pup. For the most part, she's a bit wild. Very much full of energy. Okay. How old is she now? So she's going to be coming at 1. Her birthday was she was born in October. So she's 11 months, I guess. Yeah, she's coming at 1. I think I'll have to check. We've got the paperwork, obviously, but I think on October 11th, I want to say she was born. So yeah, she's nearly 1. Oh, it's gone really quick. go. Time flies. Sure does, yeah. Oh, she's got a bone now. She's got one of these, like, fake bones. Because, big puppy for a 1 year. Yeah, she's a big dog. I mean, they're a big breed anyway, but also she was only a litter of 4, so they were all big puppies. And she was the biggest one. I don't know why we picked her. So yeah, she's got this like fake synthetic bone that tastes like chicken, but it's got no chicken in it because she's very allergic to basically everything. Scared German Shepherds as I was a bit while I was a child, but Indy looks so sweet and friendly. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Danny. I mean, yeah, there's no such thing as an evil breed of dog. You know, bad dogs are created by bad owners. So, so yeah, there's she's a big old softie. She is. She plays with Xander and never lays her finger on him. You're a good pup, aren't you? I know you are. Looking at me like that. Those big ears. Carry on chewing your butt. I'll leave you to it. Stopped her from chewing her butt then. Okay. You had no choice. She's gorgeous. Yeah, this is very true. Actually, she was the one that came running over to us. To be fair, at the farm where we got her from. I mean, I don't just breed. It's just a trauma reaction. Oh no, I totally get it. You know that. Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah. What are you going to use to make the supports of the path to the lookout area? I'm thinking of either doing, I think some of it like this, just sort of concrete. But obviously we need places for the water to flow. So we've got these pipes here. So I'm thinking something like that, keeping it quite plain actually, but then having some sort of fake rock work around it. Yeah, started watching your Planet Coaster content again. It's amazing. Oh, thanks, Andrew. So, I don't know if you saw on Twitter. Good morning, Fake Whizbiz. How's it going? I saw on Twitter that they're re-releasing Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 as like a complete edition thing. This is going to be for Koalas, Crocs. For Steam. Now, I feel like I already have it. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 in Platinum. I think it's just that, but they've made it so that it works easier on modern computers, and it's got like 1080p and all that sort of stuff. Would you be interested in us maybe trying that? Because I've never played like playtime 64 minutes, and that's like total. That's not just like this version. That's all I've ever played is 64 minutes of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Would you be interested in like a little mini-series when it comes out, maybe? Because it's coming onto Switch too. I think I'd rather it on Steam. Or Epic, I guess. You know, I think I'd rather it on PC. Yeah? We'll just go back and try, you know, like, because a lot of the sort of Planet Coaster folks, you know, really sort of it came from a Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 background, and I never did. I played 1 and 2 a lot. You know, played the first couple a lot, but I never had a PC that would run 3 really when it was sort of popular. So yeah, it was always kind of one that I missed the boat on. Nice. So half rock, half mud. Yeah, like a modern bridge, but then there's rock work here that's obviously sort of fake rock. They've sort of added in to add a bit of colour and a bit of naturalism to. I don't know why I said it like that. Naturalism. You know, and here to kind of fill it all in. I played Odyssey 3 as a kid for whatever reason. I didn't like the 3D back then, but I played through the entire game in expansions a few years ago and had a blast. Currently watching your old Parktet series, so more roller coaster was great for me. Nice. Parktet's just had a new a DLC come out as well. Again, I haven't particularly been enthused enough to return to Parktet. But it's great to see them producing content for it. That's awesome, in fact. I reckon Planet Coaster to be better way of customization, but RCT is still very enjoyable. Yeah, I just think, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say I'm going to do like 30 episodes on it or anything, but I think we could go and have a little 5 episodes, a mini series, look back you know, at what we missed kind of thing, or what I missed kind of thing, you know. There we go. So that's what I was thinking with the rocks, just sort of building them up where it's a bit trickier. Oh, that's good coffee. Yeah, I think that's how we're gonna do it. We'll have rock work around there. I'm probably gonna overuse this one because it's the only one that really fits. I think I played too much for a while though, as I have no desire to play it at the minute. DLC looks good. Yeah, I'm exactly the same, Danny. Yeah, love Parkitect, love everything about it. Just kind of feel like I saw what I wanted to see on it, you know. And I've mentioned this a few times, and I probably sound like a broken record, but most people, when they are done playing a video game, they stop playing that video game, and that's fine. But when YouTubers stop playing a video game, they have to kind of answer for it, you know, and kind of tell people why they stopped and all this. So, yeah, you know, I was done. Felt just done, you know, and it's as simple as that. There's nothing hidden, no sort of secret agendas. Just feel like I've played enough of that game for now, you know, and that's fine. And I have to kind of come to terms with that fact that it's fine, and whilst it might affect the bottom line for a little while, you know, and you'll get a lot of people keep asking and keep asking for it. You just have to remember that, no, you know what, I'm done with that, and anything I produce about that probably won't be as good as it should be because I'm done. So there you go. There's only so much you can do content-wise. There is, and you know, and other people might get more out of it. You know, and that's cool as well. You know, I mean, I know people who are still playing games. You know, there's people who still play Sims 2. There are people who are still playing Kerbal Space Program. You know, all these games that I feel like I'm way done with. You know. And yeah, chances are YouTubers end up playing a game a lot more, or at least a lot more intensely. Not necessarily like hours-wise they play more, but like especially with something like this, Planet Zoo, you can't really pop on to Planet Zoo and mess about for an hour. I suppose you can. It's called a live stream, right? But as a YouTuber, you sit down, you're like, right, come on, let's produce content. Let's make something here that will, you know, tick boxes and produce content. So yeah, it can get a little exhausting. You have to enjoy the end of the day. I know you make content for the channel, but if you aren't enjoying it, then it's not good. Yeah, exactly. You can tell as well. Like people know. Which is why I just haven't really fussed to produce the Australian pack stuff that I wanted to. It's not that I'm not enjoying the game necessarily. I'm just really struggling with that long form creative process right now. I'm finding really great outlets in other areas for my creativity. Like I'm absolutely loving the stuff I'm producing for the Game Chamber. I think it's some of the best stuff I've ever done. I know probably a lot of you haven't seen that or aren't interested in that, and that's totally cool. But the videos that I'm producing for them, I genuinely think is some of my my best work in a long time. Yeah, I'm really enjoying that process and working as part of a team. It's really rewarding. I hope it grows into something that can warrant the time. Would you go back to play, guys? No, I don't think so. No, I'll always say never because who knows. But right now, no, I have no plans to return to playing Coaster. Play Cyberpunk. I will definitely be getting Cyberpunk. I don't think it'll come to the channel because that just is a little bit too out there for us. But yeah, I'm definitely getting it. I can't wait. It looks great. So the other thing I was thinking about this week was Avengers, because I love the Avengers stuff, you know, the movies and all that. But I've heard mixed reports about the game. Has anyone got it and can shed some light on it for me? Because I like the idea of it. Planet Coaster is my favourite play game. Oh, it's my most played game. Oh yeah, easily. Or at least like as far as Steam hours go. There's probably a chance I'd put more into World of Warcraft when I was playing that. Love the Avengers game. It was a bit short, but worth a play. So that's interesting then. So is there like two sections of it then? Because I've heard some people say, oh, it's like a single player game where you play as this girl with a stretchy hand or something. But then I've heard other people say it's like it's a game as a service thing where you play as Iron Man and stuff in like a team. So is it like there's just a single player and a multiplayer then, or am I reading it wrong? So you hated the camera, it forces you to look a certain way so you can't see behind you. Oh, okay. Glad you're enjoying the new stuff. You can tell when someone's just making content for the sake of it. It doesn't fit right, it feels wrong. Yeah, I think so, yeah. I agree with that. So, which is why I'm sort of sticking to live streams with this, because here I can happily sit and play Rocks Down all day and chat with you folks, you know, and I feel like I'm getting something out of it, and I hope you are as well, you know, that we're able to chat and talk, you know, talk crap. I think it's just single player. Oh, right, okay. It's both. You can play as all of them, I think. Multiplayer online, but you can get a team of 4 each mission, and you can choose who to play as and who your team is. Right, okay. You can sell missions if your player level is high enough. Right, okay. I'll have a little look. Like I say, I'm a big fan of the Avengers. I say I'm a big fan. I like the movies, the Avengers, but I don't know whether I'm invested in like a full game from them. Rock inspiration. Oh, yeah. Rock work is the Lord's work. I don't know what that means. That was how the AI made the game, choosing popular trends at the moment and putting it together with no effort whatsoever. Right, okay. So is it a bit of a cash grab, do we feel? It's a bit of a... Yeah. Is it bad parent if I sack off the school run to stay on at the stream? I've had them 6 months, it's only fair. Yeah, I think that's fine. Didn't know you played where. What did you main? I was a rogue. I was a night elf. I say assassination rogue. I kind of flitted between all 3 depending on what was stronger. I was relatively competitive at the time. I always played PvE, but I was ranked sort of top. I think I hit like top 3 European rogues PvE for a while. I was really active during Cataclysm. Played a lot during Cataclysm. And then I actually started playing in Cataclysm. I was quite a late comer to WoW. Actually, that's a lie. I started playing at the very end of Lich, but like Cataclysm came out before I hit Endgame. So like I leveled through. It was a bit annoying really because I leveled through the older starting zones, and then Cataclysm came out and redid them all. So I've since played through all them on alts and stuff, but. Yeah, so I played as night elf rogue, and yeah, for a time I was pretty competitive. I had about a 6-month period where I was really basically all I did was work and play WoW for a while. So yeah, that was fun. These rocks can be like a fence or barrier for the pathing. Yeah, I'm actually thinking. I've not seen what the in-game path barrier is, and I have no problem with using in-game path barriers if they're nice. Let's have a look. Railing on elevated. Let's see. Are they nice? I mean, yeah, they're a little plainer than I thought they would be, but I have no problem using stuff like this if it looks okay, especially on really windy stuff like this. Like it'd be hell to cover them up. Oops, excuse me. That was me with BC and Lich. I started right at the end of BC. Wrath was my most active expansion. I think it was for a lot of people. I'm annoyed that I got into it so late because I think a lot of people, you know, even there will say that Wrath of the Lich King was the sort of high point for them, you know. But I played Classic for a little when that came out. Didn't get on with it very well. I'm a big fan of most of the changes they made to WoW personally. Like I found Classic to be a bit of a grind fest, a bit of a chore. And there's like a new expansion coming, right? I contemplate it every time a new expansion comes out. I'm like, oh, maybe I need another 10 hours in the day. I really would. And Nicola used to play with me, and she certainly hasn't got the time to play now like she used to. She was a human mage. Legion, yeah, I enjoyed Legion. I loved the look of Legion. I loved the demon hunters. They were great. And yeah, and I like the look of the new expansion as well. But I just my problem is with WoW is I can't play it casually. Like it's either all or nothing for me, you know, and that's the problem, is that I can't play it all or nothing, because now I have like basically 3 jobs worth of work. Maybe a few plants or bushes on the rocks would be nice. Oh yeah, definitely some cracks in the rock work will make some nice little dry bushes. I think that's a good idea. Basically, we're gonna tear it down here till it slopes down to nothing. There we go. If you got any more about sleeping meditation recordings, I need it in my life. So it kind of went on the back burner when Nicola started work, because she was writing them. And then Nicola's work kind of came along and kind of hit us like a ton of bricks. It was kind of crazy how busy it was for a little while. So it is something I want to get back to. But other things have come along, like the Game Chamber stuff has come along at the moment, and that's that's going really well, but taking up a lot of my time. And then obviously we've had Xander at home for months, you know, so now he's back into daycare and going well. Although I have been told today that his daycare is closing. So the lovely lady he goes to, Jo, is closing up so she can take care of her parents full time, which I think is incredibly admirable, and I completely agree that she should, and it's a good thing to do. It does mean we're going to have to find a new daycare, which is a little annoying. John eats poutine. Oh, God, yeah. I do. Oh, you mean that should be an ASMR? Oh, no. Poutine's like a horrible, sloppy food to eat. So that would be gross. It'd be like... Mind you, that's what ASMR is, isn't it? It's all noises and stuff. It certainly won't be ASMR, whatever this ends up being. Yes, it'd be much more palatable. These Doritos, big old crunchy Doritos. I've got some. What do they call them? Tostitos. What's the other one? Like the one that you buy that are just like plain chips. Totitos. Totis. Poutine's delicious, but not a graceful thing to eat. No, it's all mushy and. Woof. Jonathan Nicola do a mukbang. Is that a rude thing? Or is mukbang what the food thing's called? Mukbang, what a weird name. It sounds like a Pokemon. No, not tortillas, no. Not on about tortillas. I know what the word tortilla is. No, it's a brand name. I'll go and get them and you can tell me what it's called. Hold on. Look, these. Tostitos, that's it. Tostitos. Can you see? Where's the camera? Tostitos. Tostitos, yeah, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. Mukbang is a Pokemon. Oh, there you go. I had to apologise to the viewers. What for? For saying tortillas. Yeah, Tostitos. It's a big brand here. They're just like chips. They're just plain chips for putting with like salsa or whatever. I don't know them. They're a bit boring. Oh, they're going to be stale anyway. Not even North America, and I knew that. Did you? I don't know. Can you get them in other places in the world? I don't think. I've never seen them in the UK. I don't think. How the hell has making a koala habitat stream turn into talking about Tostitos and mukbang? Well, we always talk about food, so I mean that's a given. We always. I don't think I've ever had a stream where we haven't talked about food, at least in part. It's usually the main discussion. But yeah, I don't think there's been a stream where we haven't talked about food. They are in the UK. Oh, fair enough. Food is just part of the course on Geekism too, right? I eat chips and salsa. Well, I've just decided it's what I'm having for lunch because they're going. Excuse me, they're going a little stale. So I'm going to put some cheese on those. Melt it up. Bit of salsa. We picking up Mario 3D All Stars on the Switch? I don't think so. I'm eating McDonald's breakfast for the first time in a while. Chicken McMuffin. I am so into the chicken McMuffin, by the way. I don't, unless they've come to the UK since I left. That was never a thing in the UK, but I'm so here for it. Chicken for breakfast is like, it kind of blows my mind a little. Yeah. Chicken McMuffin season 9. It's basically a McMuffin. It's like an English muffin. You know, it's just like a sausage and egg McMuffin. It's that bread with a grilled chicken, some cheese, and then like I don't even know what the sauce is. There's like a sauce on it. Cheers, Simply Savannah. We probably won't be. I think we're finishing up about 10:30 because I've got to be at the game chamber for 11 today. So, but thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's basically chicken in an egg McMuffin thing with cheese and whatever this sauce is. I don't know. It's like almost like a little bit of a spicy Chick-fil-A breakfast biscuit. I imagine it might be similar. I don't know if we've got a Chick-fil-A near us actually. But yeah, I'm loving all the North American fast food here. By the way, I eat way too much of it. I'm such a fat wap. But chicken McMuffin, didn't know about that. Yeah, and like I said, I never saw them in the UK. Oh look, we're peeking there. Should we just cover that in rocks? Let's just cover that in rocks. Worst case. Basically, a chicken McMuffin is a sandwich. Well, I mean, yeah, they're all sandwiches. Stay safe in the COVID. Thank you, little Sarge. Yeah, we're doing all right here, buddy. We're as safe as we can be. Ontario's doing pretty well. Is this a bit big, this rock? Yeah. Ontario's doing pretty well, and we're keeping as safe as we can. Nicola's actually at the Coving testing centre today, but she's pretty safe there. You know, they're all covered up and stuff, so it's all good. Cool Ranch flavour. Oh, yeah, I like a bit of Cool Ranch. My favourite chip flavour here is dill pickle. Dill pickle chips. I'm into it. Hey, it's been ages, it seems. How are you? I'm a bit late. Hi! Sith Water Dancer, how's it going? Oh, we're going to be finishing up soon. I apologise. But yeah, so we'll be here again tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern. 9 a.m.-ish, like as soon as I get Xander to daycare, basically. You're making me hungry. Sorry. It's always the way. Dill pickle is the best. Do you have a favourite brand? I like. Is it Lay's? Oh, they're not called Walkers here. I like Lay's and I like Ruffles. Yeah. Breakfast burrito: green onion, eggs, some cheese, and hot sauce. Oh, that sounds so good. There's a plate I've only ever seen. Oh, excuse me, just a bit of COVID. I've only ever seen it in Manchester Airport, but I assume others exist. There's a restaurant called Giraffe. And whenever we used to fly out of Manchester, or if ever I'm coming home to Canada from the UK, it's usually Manchester, I always go to Giraffe, and they do the most amazing breakfast. Like, I don't even know what you would call it. It's like a really thin, it's like a tortilla with like eggs. It's like a wrap, but they don't wrap it up. It's like tortilla and eggs and hot sauce, and then this gorgeous like tomato-y salad, salsa, and maybe some like chorizo. Oh my god, it's the best thing, and like to the point where like that's what I like. Whenever I fly now from Manchester, I go and that's what my plan is. Nicola's like, "Do you want to go?" No, we're going to Draft. I want to get one of those breakfast things. I'm a bit of a creature of habit like that. When I find something I really like, I'm like, yep, that's what I eat now here. That one's not going to work, is it? What? I think we might have to use something a bit squarey for in here, just to fill that little gap in. And we could bush it. We could stick a bush there and have very little issue with it, I think. Halloumi fries from Drap is delish. Oh yeah, sounds good. Never seen it sold in the UK. What's that? What have you not seen sold in the UK? What did Ashley say? It's the Elite Dorito flavour. Cool Ranch. Oh yeah, it's just Caesar Mario Jones. Cheers, Liam. William, sorry. Where I got Liam from? Oh, yeah, small rock. There we go. Might have forgotten. Plants? Oh no, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. A lot of rock work to do, to be fair. Gotta meet for this convo. Ham and cheese toasty for the win. Nice. So that's a grilled cheese, they call that here, or grilled ham and cheese, I suppose. Actually, I don't know what they call it if there's ham on it as well. Right, there we go. It's a little messy, but I think a few bushes there will probably fix that. Oh, okay. This doesn't look very good. This is looking okay. Not quite sure about this rock. Now we've got that fence. I'm not quite sure this rock works. No, I think it'd be okay. Isn't grilled cheese an American thing? Oh, well, yeah, but a lot of American stuff makes it here as well. It's basically cheese toasting. Just finished cheesy beans on toast. Yes, food of the gods. So, it's an interesting thing, right? For all the... oh, we're offline. Why are we offline? There we go. Are we back? We're coming back. We're coming back. And we're back. I think I lost you all, folks. I think I lost you for a moment. Let me know. Please let me know in the chat that I'm not talking to myself. Beans are godly. I'm still on. Okay. Yeah, it told me I was offline for like 15 seconds then. Went a bit laggy. Alright, good. Okay. Well, I thought I left, but that's fine. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, for all the English people, British people living in Britain, right? If you are British and you live in Britain, type in the chat what you would think most North Americans would say is the main thing we eat, right? So you know, like how, like, really sort of horribly stereotypically, you would say that French people all eat frogs' legs, right? Or German people all eat sausage or whatever, right? What do you think North Americans think English people always eat? English breakfast, fish and chips, scones, crumpets, fish and chips, roast beef, fried breakfast, fish and chips. These are all the things I would say, right? Burgers, chips, hot dogs, pizza, stuff like that. Really? No, the other way around. Yeah, not what British people think Americans eat. What Americans and Canadians think British people eat. Roast beef, fish and chips, tea and biscuits. I say our cuisine is messy and bland, maybe porridge. So, the one thing I get told about all the time, like all the time when I say I'm British or we talk about food or something, honestly, maybe 20 times, maybe even 30, 40 times since I've been here, beans on toast. Nicole, Lynn, and Nathan say beans on toast. That is the one thing. Oh, and baked beans, Maria says it as well, yeah. The one thing that I get all the time, they're like, you all eat beans on toast there, don't you? Like baked beans on toast. And it's the weirdest thing to them. that we all eat beans on toast, and they all think we sit there eating beans on toast every day. But like I would have said, fish and chips, roast, like a roast dinner, Sunday lunch, roast beef, maybe like an English breakfast, like a fry up, But honestly, the one thing that I get told the most is like beans on toast. Oh, you all eat beans on toast, don't you? Well, you do. Isn't that? But that, like beans on toast is a solid meal. Never even heard of beans on toast. It's a thing. Yeah, baked beans on some toast. But half a tin of baked beans poured over 2 slices of toast is like standard breakfast, lunch. Even as you could even have it as a dinner if it was just you. My dad loves telling the story that he had beans on toast for his Christmas dinner one day because me and my mum were both in work. My mum was a waitress and I was working as a magician, and he sat at home and had beans on toast on Christmas Day. But yeah, I've never heard of it either. Yeah, honestly, I had no idea beans on toast was a thing until relatively recently. I would always assume fish and chips. Yeah, see what I mean, and obviously a lot of people would. You just pour a can of beans on some burnt toast. It's so odd. I mean, it doesn't have to be burnt, but and you can put some cheese on top if you're feeling fancy. Yeah. UK beans are different though. It intrigues me. So they sell Heinz beans here, which is probably the main brand of beans in the UK as well, Heinz. But they're a little sweeter here. To be honest, everything's a little sweeter here. The ketchup's a little sweeter. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the fact that they're a bit sweeter that means they don't. But then people just put sugar and crap on toast here. Like people love sweet food, especially for breakfast. Cross and Blackwell are nice. Yeah, Blair, Blackwell, Branston do good beans as well. Bring on the Branston tang and all that. But yeah, I would say Heinz is. Wait, is that really all it is? Baked beans on toast, 100%. Warm up some baked beans. Pour them over some toast. That is it. Absolute food of the gods. I wonder if that's why I never really warmed up to beans. I don't like that they're sweet. Maybe to try UK beans. Yeah, like I say, it's this. I think with the sugar content or what, but to a North American taste, it is all a little sweeter. And like I say, ketchup's a little sweeter here. Do you butter the bread? You butter the toast? Well, I imagine probably either or. I would butter the toast. But then Nicola likes dry toast, so she probably wouldn't butter the toast for beans on toast. I don't know whether she would eat beans on toast. But yeah, I mean, it's not so much that like... See, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to point out. Like, not everyone sits and eats beans on toast all day, every day. But honestly, that's the one thing that people have said to me so much recently. Oh, you all eat beans on toast, don't you? Like, and I would have totally put money on them saying something like fish and chips, or So I'd want to put a soft fried egg on it. Yeah, you throw a fried egg on there if you like. Why not? Do what you like. Can't get over the popping texture of the bean. Ooh, as the skin peels off them. Love it. Yeah, you could throw an egg on there. Egg, beans, and toast. That's fine. Any combination of the ingredients of a fried breakfast can work on their own, I would say. Honestly. If you went to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant and asked for beans on toast. I bet, maybe not Gordon Ramsay, but I bet that, what's the other fellow who always does really random mixes and stuff? What's his name? He'll always make something out of foam, or like he'll give you some headphones to listen to something while you eat it or something. What's his name? I can't. The bloke's name. Bald guy. Heston Fleming. What's his name? Summit Tile. Heston Blumenthal. That's it. Heston Blumenthal. That's it. So I bet Heston Blumenthal has done some weird, like, toast on beans or something, or just like made one massive bean with loads of little bits of like toast croutons over the top of it or something. I bet he's done some sort of what do they always say? It's Deconstructed. I bet he's done like a deconstructed beans on toast. Never heard of him. I have to look him up. I thought I knew all the famous chefs. Yeah, he's got his main restaurant is called the Fat Duck, I believe. And his thing, at least on TV, has always been that like he'll do like really wacky combos of foods, or you know, like he'll make crazy like pork ice cream or something like that, you know. Snail porridge, there you go. Yeah, that was one. There was one once, and I can't remember what the meal was. I guess it was something like fish and chips. But he had it came with the plate was served with a conch, the fat duck, yeah. That's the fat duck called the FDA. No, that was the name of it. Hi, Jonty and friends. Hi, Andrew. How's it going, buddy? Triple cooked chip. Yes, I think he was the triple cooked chips. That was him. They are good, to be fair. But yeah, he served this fish and chips, and it was like a fish goujon and like 3 big chips on the plate. That was it, because you know what it's like when you get to those sort of restaurants, right? And it was served with a conch, like a big shell, and inside the conch was a little iPod, like one of those little, you know, the little square ones with the clip on the back. I forget what they were called, iPod Nano or something like that. It was back before everyone just had a phone, and with headphones on it, right? So you sat down with this fish and chips, and you put the headphones in, and the headphones played sea, like, you know, like waves and seagulls going caw caw, right? iPod Shuffle, yeah, maybe it was a shuffle, yeah, that sounds right. And it would play waves and caw, caw, you know, like seagulls shitting everywhere and all that sort of noises, right? And then it also came with a little spray of salt water from the sea, right? That you sprayed so you'd smell the salt water, right? So it was. And it was like this, meant to be like this audio sensory experience of fish and chips at the seaside. And this spray, it was like vinegar and seawater and like a few other things all mixed together. I remember it vividly. I don't know why. It's the only thing I remember he did on TV. But it was, yeah. So you had to sit and listen to the waves splashing and spray this vinegar saltwater shit over your face. And then you could eat your 3 chips and your little fish goujon. Suntan lotion, yeah, that I think so. I think maybe, yeah. He runs over with a seagull costume like Rod Hull and Emu. takes a chip. Oh, look at that! As you're showing your age if you remember Rod Hull and Emu. Oh, that's tickled me that. Nothing like salt water directly on your chips. Yeah, inedible. I mean, it probably was. I don't know. It was. I never ate it. This was one of his TV shows, you know. Or you could just go to the beach. You could just go to the beach. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's the sort of stuff Heston does. So he's probably got a random ass take on beans on toast. I most certainly do not remember Rod Hull and Emu. Yeah, right, Scott, you're an old git like me. You know exactly who I'm on about. Fell off a roof, didn't he? That's how he went, Rod Hull. Fell off a roof. Poor fucker. MacGyver here. I knew that. I knew it was MacGyver all along. You can't hide from me. Was it Rod Hull who fell off a roof? Or was it... Who was the guy who did Orville? One of the like blokes from the 80s. UK thing. Oh yeah, very much a UK thing, Danny, yeah. Who was the guy who did Sooty? Well, there was loads, wasn't there? Are you still going now, Sooty? It was Corbett. Was it Matthew Corbett originally? Matthew Corbett, I think, and then or maybe he was the son. There was a couple of Corbetts who did it. So there was a guy, and then his son, who was also a Corbett, did it for a while. Was it Matthew? Yeah, so Matthew Corbett. No, not Ronnie, no. It was Matthew Corbett, and then I think his son, but I forget his name. But now it's a guy called Then his son took over. Yeah, I know the guy who does Emu now. I don't know him particularly well, but we've crossed paths at Magic conventions and stuff. I'm trying to remember what his name is. He's a nice guy. Hey, Indiana. Get on that bed, noisy girl. We do not bark. Harry Corbett. Harry Corbett was first, and then Matthew Corbett was his son. Richard Cadell is the guy's name who has him now. Richard Cadell, yeah. I knew him. Yeah. It was Matthew's wife was the first voice of Sue. Oh, nice. It's S-O-O, it's not S-U-E. Keith Harris, that's what I was thinking of. So either Keith Harris or Rod Hull fell off a roof and died. I know one of the guys who had a bird puppet was killed on a roof. Or well, off a roof, I suppose. Yeah, Keith Harris. Orville. I wish I could fly right up to the sky, but I can't. You can. I can't. Oh man, God, we're getting through it today, ain't we, folks? We've had COVID. We've had flavours of chips. We've had beans on toast, and now we're doing people from the 80s with puppets. Nobody really does puppets like they used to. I mean, there's a few ventriloquists who do pretty well, but it was a weird time, wasn't it, really, when we just accepted that men with their hands up somebody's puppet's arse really are showing your age now. No, yeah. Otis the Arbor. I remember Otis, yeah. He was a kids' TV one, right? Roland Rat. That was Roland Rat, wasn't it? Used to laugh like that. Gordon the Gopher, yeah. Neil Buchanan was in the news this week. Oh, really? Is he still going? Get yourself some spare sweets. Get yourself some spare sweets and some sticky back plastic. Okay, mate, here we go. Then I paint a big picture using some salt that never runs out. Who was that in there? He used to have a tub of salt. It never ran out. You go through 10 of them. They think he's Banksy. Get fucked. Neil Buchanan is not Banksy. No way. Who's they? The Daily Sport or the Sun or something think that Neil Buchanan is Banksy. No way. First of all, Banksy's pictures are always on the wall, and Neil Buchanan always did his on the floor with salt. So, like, there's your first thing. It was on the BBC. Christ, the BBC's gone downhill since I left the UK. Neil Buchanan. I've got to read this. I'm sorry. I'm derailing the stream again. Neil Buchanan. It's the first Neil I searched for on Google. Look. Neil Buchanan, Neil Young, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Neil Patrick Harris, Neil Diamond, Neil Armstrong. Very famous Neils, actually, from very different areas of the... Neil Buchanan, Banksy. Neil Buchanan, former Art Attack host, denies Banksy rumours. Of course he does. That's an old picture of him. I bet he don't look like that anymore. Former let's move it over here so you can all see. So for those of you not from the UK, Art Attack was a kids' TV show where he taught you how to paint and make stuff out of like cardboard and sticky back plastic and all that sort of stuff. He was very wholesome. And Banksy, if you don't know, is like what would you call Banksy? Like an underground artist, does a lot of like graffiti art and things like that. Art Attack made a Canada say, "Oh, there you go." Was it this show, or did they like make a Canadian version, or did you all? Is that why so many of you can think you can do a Scouse accent? What was the other art show with Morth? That was Tony Hart, wasn't it? I can't remember what the actual show was called. It used to go do 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 do. Do 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 do. That was the music, wasn't it? The gallery. No, if it was actual art attack. Oh, cool. Right. Okay. So yeah. For if you don't know, then Neil Buchanan was from where I spent most of my life in Liverpool, where Nicola's from. They all talk like that, you see. Gotta get yourself some spare sweets and some sticky back plastic. Neil Buchanan isn't Banksy. Well, that's not a news story. John T. Sparrow isn't Banksy. Read a statement posted on the broadcaster's official website. Came after a social media rumour suggesting the former Art Attack and Finders Keep. Oh, Finders! Do you remember Finders Keepers? That was awesome. Host was the man behind Banksy's anonymous street art. After the story spread, the 58-year-old, 58! Oh my god, now I feel old. Felt obliged to clear the air. We've been inundated with inquiries over the weekend regarding the current social media story. Read the notice on his website. He has his own website. Official website for Neil Buchanan. Jesus Christ, the years have been hard on him, haven't they? Eh? Neil Buchanan is not Banksy. I'm going to put that on my. I want to put that on my own website. That's how John T. Sparrow is getting started. John T. Sparrow is not Banksy. We're not undated. Unfortunately, this website does not have the infrastructure to answer all of these inquiries individually. However, we can confirm that there is no truth in the rumour whatsoever. Neil spent lockdown with vulnerable members of his family and is now preparing to launch his new art collection in 2021. Thank you, and please stay safe. He's a very talented bloke. Let's see what he's done on TV. I haven't. Oh man, Jesus Christ. Folks, never, wasn't he the artist on Zap? He was Smarty Arty on Zap, yeah. Never Google your childhood heroes and look what they look like now. Because, God, it makes you feel old. Internationally acclaimed artist and multi-award-winning television presenter, he was the creator of Art Attack, one of the most decorated programs in TV history with over 30 awards worldwide, including 2 BAFTAs. 2 BAFTAs? Wow. He's an ambassador for the Prince's Foundation of Children Arts and was presented to Her Majesty the Queen, who described his work as ingenious. He's also Banksy. What? As an artist, having now surpassed his lifelong ambition to create a cartoon character for Disney when they acquired the rights for his Art Attack format, he now spends most of his time painting and exhibiting his own art and photography. Meanwhile, Neil's 20 series of Art Attack continue to air on television worldwide, from Canada to Australia, China to South and Central America, and all over Europe. Oh, so he's raking in off the royalties. What did he do for Disney? I think he aged well. No, do you know what? He did age well. He has aged well. He looks great. Honestly, he looks great. But in my head, he still looks like that. That's the only thing. Like, as far as I was aware, that's what Neil Buchanan looks like. No, I'm not saying he looks bad now. He looks really good for his age. Was he 53? He looks great for 53. It was just a bit of it. Like, I've not seen that progress. You know, it's like, imagine only seeing Michael Caine in The Italian Job for 30 years and then suddenly watching him in Dark Knight. You know, like that's the kind of passage of time I'm talking about here. But yeah, I'm not sure on the quilted leather. But no, it seems like a lovely bloke as well. It seems like a genuinely nice bloke. I think the point where you don't realise how long ago the early 2000s... Tell me about it, right? Like, 1999 was 3 years ago, right? Mr. Bean is starting to look at... Yeah, the thing is with Mr. Bean, or Tony Robinson, is I've not Tony Robinson. Jeez, what's his name? Oh, Jesus, what's his name? Rowan Atkinson. The thing is with Rowan Atkinson, I've seen Rowan Atkinson get older, right? Because, like, he's always been on TV and stuff. Yeah, 20 years ago was the beginning of the 80s. Yeah, exactly, Maria. I completely agree. Like, I've seen Rowan Atkinson grow older because I've seen him in stuff. Right? So, that's, you know, that's not so bad. For 10 points, name Morph's arch nemesis. Oh, yeah, he was grey. Chaz? Was it Chaz? Or was that his mate? I remember there was one that was grey and he was called Chaz. I can't really remember if he was the good guy or the bad guy, honestly. Geez, this one derailed, didn't it? Yep, Chaz. Yeah, look at me. I know my stuff. Is there anything I search for about Neva Cannon right now is just crushed by the Banksy crowd? Yeah, that's true. I'd be interested to know what he did for Disney, though, because he's a talented artist, you know? But he ain't Banksy. Jesus Christ. Right, we're going to leave it there. Sorry. We put some rocks down today. Then talked about Neil Buchanan. Maybe that's what we do from now on. The coffee mornings with Johnsy. We just look at random stuff on the internet. Oh, good stuff. Right. Thanks for joining me, folks. I've had a real giggle this morning. Sorry it's not a little bit longer. I've got somewhere to be in 10 minutes ago, so I'm going to have to leave it there. I'm fine with that. There we go. Maybe that's how it is then. It always was. It was still fun, yeah. Down to that nice queue line. What a nice queue line for Thunder Mountain. Yeah, very Thunder Mountain rocks, right? I'm only using them because they're the new Australia ones, you know. But yeah, very, very Thunder Mountain gang. It needs some plants, so thank you to whoever it was who kept reminding me it needs plants. We'll do that tomorrow. Next time, Blue Peter presenters. Oh, I used to have the proper hots for Katie Hill. I bet she still looks great, doesn't she? Let me see what Katie Hill looks like. Katie Hill, 2020. Am I gonna feel old? Yeah, she still looks good. Yeah, Katie Hill still looks great. Katie Hill was definitely my era. Katie Hill and that's the only one I can remember the name of. Connie Hook, I guess, was around the same sort of time, was she? Yeah. Johnson needs to go. You like? I know. We'll do Blue Peter tomorrow. Remind me. Right. Love you all to bits. See you tomorrow. Until next time. Be good.